right, this is totally fair. My real life book club is also didn't love that. Let's talk about the necklace thing. So I think the thing about this scene is, one, we have to remember this necklace is still in the air. This necklace, up until we get a new ACOTAR book, this necklace is still in Clotho's possession. And Asriel did not physically hand it to Gwyneth. This is not him switching over. I say again, if it were him switching over, he would be like a fuckboy and kind of flaky, and we wouldn't want to read about him if he was like a fuckboy and flaky. Like, that's not romantic. But I think what we have to remember is that this gift was intended for Elaine. He chose it for Elaine, and she was the one who gave it back. And unlike a certain Illyrian man who threw a priceless book in the river. As a sidebar, I never understood that. That made me so mad that he threw that book in the river. Why? Why did you do that? But Asriel didn't do that. The necklace is still in the air. He didn't even return it. He brought it to Clotho. And I feel like Clotho is smart enough to know that he's just trying to get rid of it. He even was like, I don't care who you give it to. I'm not taking it with me when I leave. And, like, he mentioned Gwyn, but that was the last priestess that he saw. Like, it was literally just proximity. And they train enough priestesses. I think if it had been any priestess there, I think he would have said her name. Like, sure, it could be the Lightsinger thing, but let's put the Lightsinger thing to the side for now. The simplest explanation is he said Gwyn's name because that was the last priestess that he saw. Which means that unlike the book, this necklace is still in play. And I think that it will show up at some point, and I think it'll just be Clotho's hanging on to it specifically because she knows that Asriel will want it back. Now for the he said that like almost kissing her was a mistake. I don't think he said that to Elaine, like, specifically because he was like, oh, like, I don't want to kiss you or whatever, because clearly the man was feral. Really, he said that because Rhysand was right upstairs. He was about to completely ruin the moment, and Rhysand gave Asriel like the split second to, like, you get the hell out of here on your own, or I'm gonna fuck this shit up for you. Anyway, when this does, he's like, this was a mistake, and she's like, oh, like, I'm sorry, like, she's apologizing, and he's like, no, like, don't apologize, none of this is on you. He's very quick to be like, none of that was on you. And he doesn't say anything like, oh, like I don't have feelings for you anymore, like, and clearly he is still torn the hell up. Even after the scene with Gwyn that, like, everybody's like, oh, like, he's switching up, he's still not sleeping well because of Elaine. He is still preoccupied with Elaine, and he's like, I think if he was switching up and he was going to be about Gwyn now, I think he would have just hung on to the necklace until such time as he was ready to give it to another girl. But he didn't do that. He's like, I need to not have this necklace in my possession because every time I look at it, I'm gonna think about Elaine. All this to say, I don't think that the Asriel necklace scene and the almost kiss with Elriel is this damning, like, indictment on Asriel's character. I think that they were about to get caught and he just panicked, personally.